is ditch the drink mix and drink this instead. First off, what's wrong with drink mixes? So unfortunately, it is the artificial sweeteners. And many programs, doctors, dietitians still recommend utilizing these drink mixes in unlimited quantities and believe that they are fully safe, no consequences with drinking them. But looking at it from a functional nutrition perspective, I do see things a little differently. And I do believe that food is information. And everything that we put in our mouth is telling our cells and our genes what to do. So, what's wrong with the artificial sweeteners? It has been considered a safe food additive for years. But as the research has continued, the evidence is showing areas of concern. There are studies that show artificial sweeteners alter your microbial metabolic pathways, making you more susceptible to metabolic disease. So insulin resistance, diabetes, any of those types of metabolic diseases is really going to be impacted with artificial sweeteners. And because of the microbes that are in our gut naturally, and it alters them. Artificial sweeteners have been known to induce dysbiosis or gut imbalances in our gut bacteria and glucose intolerance. Also, artificial sweeteners can potentially stimulate food intake. Your brain gets confused. It thinks that the sweetness, it thinks that it's going to get sugar and it will raise the blood sugar level. And when your blood sugar level does not go up, then it makes your body want more of that, of the sugars and the carbs and, things that turn into sugar. So it could be breads, it could be crackers, it could be just any of those snacky carbohydrate-rich foods that are drive the main craving that you're driven to eat. Then there is a study, the San Antonio Heart Study found that artificially sweetened beverages increased the risk of weight gain. And this was in normal to overweight individuals. It made them more prone to have a risk of gaining more weight. So that's concerning to me that, we're allowing food additives that really alter our metabolic pathway. And lastly, the intense sweetness of the artificial sweeteners can surpass the cocaine reward even in drug sensitized and addicted individuals. So they do find that artificial sweeteners are super addictive and have found that those studies where they can be already addicted to cocaine, but they will, instead of the cocaine, they will hit the artificial sweeteners. So kind of scary. Weight loss surgery is about the health aspect. Big picture. That's what you're doing this for. So you've got to step back and decide, okay, am I going to allow these food items to overtake what I know is going to compromise this life-altering surgery? If the majority of your fluids has some type of drink mix, and you have to remember your protein shakes are going to have some type of drink mixes or artificial sweeteners in it as well. So just step back and list all of those have artificial sweeteners. Plus, if you're doing sugar-free popsicles, sugar-free gelatin, what do you do if you're not adding these artificial sweeteners? Because, come on, this is the real world, and just because you had weight loss surgery doesn't mean you're not going to want to have some types of sweet things, dessert things, or flavorful beverages. Bottom line, ideally, we should all be drinking more plain water than we drink of any other fluid. So if you're not there, that's my challenge to you to work on it. Start with, I'm going to finish 1 water bottle every single day. And you don't change anything. You're just adding. You're adding a positive thing. I'm adding plain water. And if you totally hate plain water, add in a lemon wedge. Add in some cucumbers. Adding these natural fruits, vegetables. Another one is iced herbal teas. If you like tea, or if you've never really tried tea, I would encourage you to find a flavor that maybe sounds doable and brew it, and then put it in a pitcher, fill the rest up with water, and throw it in the fridge. And it's ready to go, and put ice over it, and you've got a great glass of tea. You can do green teas. Green teas are great. They do have a smidge of caffeine, so you can't go crazy if you do have coffee, caffeine from your coffee. You want to, minimize the amount of caffeine you're getting. It's like 1/3 of the caffeine compared to coffee. So it would be an option to have a green tea, even the non-decaf. I want you to drink more plain water than you drink of anything else. And don't allow these artificial sweeteners to take over your gut bacteria, take over your taste buds, confuse your brain into thinking it needs more sugars and carbs just to function.